In one of the most infamous trades in the history of the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks traded up from 5-3 with the Atlanta Hawks in a really comparable flop, Trae Young for Luka Doncic. The ATL thought Trae Young more fits their city, their culture. The ATL, Atlanta, Trae Young, whereas Luka Doncic was more of a Euro foreign guy who the Dallas Mavericks with Dirk Nowitzki have had some decent experience with. Brought in Kristaps Porzingis as well at the time to be Dirk Nowitzki Jr., to be his running mate with Luka Doncic. And so with that trade, they got rid of another guy, also Cam Reddish, I believe the number 10 overall pick in the next year's draft as well, to get the rights to Luka Doncic in what we assumed kind of worked out for both teams. But hindsight 2020, now in the year of our Lord 2023, we all say, you know what? The Dallas Mavericks clearly made out with a heist because Trae Young is not as good. There's trade rumors. There's all these reports coming out that players don't want to play with Trae Young. He's a difficult guy, has a tough personality, blah, blah, blah. But don't forget, it was not too long ago when the Atlanta Hawks were in the Eastern Conference Finals on the backs and the small shoulders of Trae Young, beating teams like the Bucks, beating teams like the 76ers. Trae Young was looked at as a winner, while the Dallas Luka Doncic's, we saw he was good. We saw he was going to be good. He was the MVP frontrunner every year, but he was so fat and out of shape when this season started that he started every year slow. His defense was horrible. His shooting was streaky at best. And sure, he was good, but he wasn't the great player that we see today. I still have question marks about how good Luka is at this point, especially after watching him live. But he's definitely a better player than Trae Young. But was he a better prospect than the 5'3" Trae Young? Well, we're going to be finding out because we're going to go back in the what if machine way back and say, what if Trae Young was still a Dallas Maverick? What if the trade was never made and Luka was still on the Atlanta Hawks? That means Luka is going to be running the point with John Collins and DeAndre Hunter and Kevin Huerter. They didn't have Clint Capella back in the day, but that means we'll be taking over as the Dallas Mavericks with Trae Young as our point guard of the future. I don't think in 2K it's going to be a big deal. I think in real life it would be more noticeable, more impactful. But these are two disgruntled superstars of their respective franchises because Luka is also notoriously difficult to play with as well. The only problem that we have when I'm taking over this franchise is the fact that the Mavericks GM sucks and the Mavericks president or whatever of basketball operations sucks, and they make horrible moves like trading Kristaps Porzingis for David Bertans. I mean, the moves that this team has made ever since Dirk Nowitzki won that title in 2011, and even then, have been atrociously bad. So I can't do anything to replicate how bad the Mavericks front office is, but I'll do my best to keep it mostly realistic as we look to see how good the Mavericks are with Trae Young as their captain. That means Jalen Brunson, I believe he was a second-round pick just drafted at the same time as Trae Young, is going to be the backup point guard, a little older out of Villanova. Trey Burke is still on the team. DeLon Wright, he's honestly kind of blossomed into his own great player wherever he goes. He's like really good. Right now he's on the Wizards. He was great for the Hawks, ironically, before. JJ Barea is still in the NBA. This man fights. He was the original Dellavedova. Seth Curry, before he got traded to another team that regrets trading him away because wherever he goes, he is a walking bucket. The only thing he's not is a facilitator, but he's a damn good scorer, a bit undersized. Tim Hardaway Jr. didn't quite get paid yet, coming over from the New York Knicks in that trade with Kristaps Porzingis, and Cam Reddish is going to be the young prospect that we all have hopes for, that he's going to be really good. Does he get into Nate Robinson's? No, that's not his name. What's his name? Nate McMillan's doghouse? Does he get into Tom Thibodeau's doghouse? Hopefully he doesn't here, and hopefully he can grow, and flourish, because he was supposed to be a pretty good prospect. Number 3 between Zion Williamson, between RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish, and instead he's barely been able to find minutes in the NBA. Justin Jackson, super young, super raw, probably not going to be anything in 2K. Dorian Finney-Smith, this is before he got really good and then really bad. Reverse Maxi Kleber, he's always been great. That's why we say Kleber. Kristaps Porzingis here at the peak of his powers. Of course, he struggles mightily in Dallas before he goes to the Wizards and kind of excels in his own role. But hopefully he's going to be good for us here. Willie Cauley-Stein, wasn't he like a number 2 overall pick? Yeah, he was picked 6th. Yikes. What a bust he was. Thanks, Kings. Dwight Powell, Boban Marjanovic fan favorite. So this is going to be the team 9-man rotation, going to look something like this. Trae Young, Seth Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxi Kleber, and Kristaps Porzingis coming out the benches. Jalen Brunson, Willie Cauley-Stein, not Dwight Powell, and not Trey Burke. It will have Cam Reddish and Dorian Finney-Smith take over those minutes. So we'll see how we do. We'll see how the Hawks do as well as we start the season with the loss. And do we want to trade Cam Reddish for Buddy Hield? No. And here at the All-Star break, we have Team James Harden and Team Giannis. On Team James Harden is Kevin Durant, Anthony Disney. Oh, God, they did this again. Kyrie Irving and Karl Anthony Towns on the other side. LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Buckets, and Luka Doncic. For the reserves is Damian Lillard, Kyle Lowry, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Nikola Vucevic, Brandon Ingram, and Bam Adebayo. On the other side, Stephanie Curry, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Nikola Jokic, John Wall, Pascal Siakam, and Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah, if we're going to go over the roster, it was the pre-bubble roster, so I always forget that they make fun of these guys. It is what it is. They're worth making fun of. Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett was still in the 70s. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield was still a king. Does that mean they have Tyrese Halliburton, or is that in the next year's draft? Whatever. Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert still in the Jazz. You know those teams. LaMelo Ball hasn't been drafted. I'm also going to be using created classes by the CPU. I'm not going to be doing anything as far as realism for the normal NBAs, just so we could have a little bit of a difference in how the season works out. Because if it was realistic draft classes, I would immediately trade up to the top and draft LaMelo Ball. I'd draft Anthony Edwards and say this would be the perfect running mate. So we're going to be doing created CPU draft classes. Hopefully it works out better for us than than the real Mavericks, because good Lord, they have been horrible at drafting besides Luka Doncic and then Jalen Brunson, who they let walk away for nothing. James Harden of the Houston Rockets wins MVP, 35 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists, 51 from the field, 87 from 3, 39% from the three-point line. Zion Williamson wins Rookie of the Year. Injuries are turned off. Dennis Schroeder, 6th Man of the Year on the Thunder alongside Cliff Paul. Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. Devontae Graham, Most Improved Player of the Year. Wow. All right. Jacques Vaughn, Coach of the Year. That's not... Anyway, Joseph Jackson, some guy, won Executive of the Year, probably for the Brooklyn Nets because they are a god squad. Luka Doncic does make the All-NBA first team. Don't like seeing that. As for us, Kristaps Porzingis does make the second team. Nice to see. And Trae Young does make the third team. So we have 2 bona fide stars at the very least on this team ready to take off. Nobody on the defensive team. Nobody on the rookies. Cam Reddish made the All-Rookie second team up to a 77 overall. You love to see that. Where do we finish? We are 6th. Not a bad record. 46-36. Not great, not terrible. The Rockets obviously rolling. The Clippers are supposedly healthy because injuries are off. The Lakers, they're still, at their peak in their prime. The Kings, 51-31. Okay. That was that's interesting, especially when they were in the lottery at this point. But I guess De'Aaron Fox is good. Bogdanovic still on the team is good. Buddy Hield, pretty good. Marvin Bagley, apparently not a bust. Rashawn Holmes. Sure, this team could win 51 games. As for us, we finished 13th in the power rankings. Our co-partner, the Hawks, looks like they did not have a good season. Tough to say. 22nd, even though Luka Doncic is on the team. Maybe there's more to building a team than Luka bleeping Doncic. Damian Jones is their center. Yeah, I mean, they make 1 or 2 moves and they're right there. Anyways, looking at the player stats, Kristaps Porzingis led the team in scoring. No, that was Trae Young, 28.7 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, 9.2 assists. Wow. 0 blocks a game, though. Kristaps Porzingis was really good, 25 and 12. Tim Hardaway was serviceable. Cam Reddish was actually pretty good off the bench in 24 minutes, 12 points a game. Jalen Brunson was solid off the bench, 12 and 3. Seth Curry was pretty good. Maxi Kleber. We just need more depth on the team. It's as simple as that. 3-point shooting, Trae Young, ridiculous, 45%. I mean, he's never even sniffed 45% in his life. 32, 36, 34, 38, and then 45. 36 for Kristaps Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr., 37. Cam Reddish, 31. Seth Curry, not to be confused with Steph Curry, 41%. Maxi Kleber, 30%. Dorian Finney-Smith, Jalen Brunson. All right. Looking at the team stats, we were not great. Middle of the pack, a little below. 18th. Hawks were 19th offensively. Defensively, we allowed 114 points per game. That puts us the 18th, 12th, 17th in the NBA, giving us a negative 0.3 point differential. 18th in the NBA. Field goal percentages, we are really bad. Really bad. 44.9% puts us 24th. 3-point percentages, we were pretty good. So we can shoot the 3, we just can't shoot the 2. 37%. And free throw percentages, wow, were we the top? 4th. I'll take that? Question mark. League leaders in scoring went to James Harden. No surprises. Where did Luka fall? He was 4th, where Trae Young was 9th. Rebounds is Rudy Gobert, and assist is James Harden. Steals is Ben Simmons. Blocks is Rudy Gobert. Field goal percentages as Mitchell Robinson. 3-point champion is Joe Harris, and free throw champion is Danilo Gallinari. Here we are taking on the Lakers. Limmicky, 8 Disney, KCP, Danny Green, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. Yeah, they're probably going to beat us, right? Because, you know, they have Anthony Davis and LeBron James both averaging 30 points. Wow. Look at this, 31, 7, and 10. You go, oh my God, that's so impressive. Then you go 35 and 7. You go, oh my God, that's so impressive. You know, well, Trae was very good. Kristaps Porzingis did not have a very good game. 39, 4, and 7. I guess their point guards balled out, but that's really it. We lose game 1. Lose game 2. Hey, we win 2-1. 2-2, and they go up 3-2. KCP had himself a game 6 of 11 from 3, 28 points for him and 5 steals. What? JaVale McGee gave him 23 points. LeBron James, triple-double, 22, 11, and 10. Anthony Davis, 19, 6, and 7. Kuzma was pretty good. As for us, Seth Curry led the way. Trae Young wasn't all that great. Kristaps Porzingis was okay. Cam Reddish was good. Maxi Kleber, 11, 13, and 5. Wow. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson gave us 7. Tim Hardaway Jr. gave us 1 point in 27 minutes. Is this real life? And we get 4-2'd there, losing. But we made the playoffs, unlike our counterpart, Atlanta Hawks. Anthony Davis gets to the Western Conference Finals MVP. Kevin Durant gets the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and it's Nets versus Lakers, just like the NBA wished it would be. 2 huge markets, one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast. Who you got? You got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, or you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And, oh wow, the Nets absolutely sweep. Kevin Durant bitches LeBron James. So we're going into year 2 with the Trae Young experiment underway. No notable retirees except for Udonis Haslem. That doesn't make sense. Jamal Crawford, man, what a fun player. He's going to be forgotten in the annals of history as Dwayne Casey retires, but he was just so much fun. Any of these rules fun? No, 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 no. And, funny enough, no. Now, where did the Hawks pick? Because I guess they're going to get a lottery pick. It's supposed to be 11th. The Knicks have 2 top 5 picks, and it goes Pelicans again. Bro, the Pelicans won last year. They have Zion. Knicks, Grizzlies, Hornets, Pistons, Hawks fall to, I don't know, I didn't even look. We have Rick Carlisle currently as our coach. I'd like to get better if there's somebody out there that's significantly better. Otherwise, I mean, Greg Popovich is here. So yeah, we're gonna go after Pops. He never signs with me though. Like, I will blow up this whole fucking squad and try to sign Greg Popovich, and he'll probably still not sign with me. I don't know what it's. You know what? Let's just fire everybody. Forget it. Forget about it. I'll keep the guard and wing whispers, but Greg, will you just sign with me once? Otherwise, I have to go out and get Mike Stauffer, which is fine, but like, come on. Look, he rejects us again. Pops, sign with me once. What a jerk. Anyway, under the NBA draft combine, the fastest man of the class is Randy Doyle and Adelson Viana and Jimmy Simpson. Most agile is CJ Hickens, Trevor Pickett, Marty Patrick, and Jimmy Simpson. Most agile is CJ Hughes, Jimmy Simpson, Dwight Galloway, Stevie Norris, Randy Doyle, Bo Crawford, and David West. Dave West, God, excuse me. Highest bench press is Terry House, Joel Ryder, and Jason Rice. And best shot, three-pointer Jimmy Simpson, Lou Wall, CJ Hughes, and Randolph Pierce, and Dino Boznajak. I didn't actually look at the draft class. I wonder if it's any good. Definitely an interesting draft class. So Horace Lloyd looks to be a stud. Timothy Duncan, Hall of Fame player comparisons, 81 overall. Projected number 2 or number 3 overall pick. And then we got a whole bunch of okay talent. So like Francis Law, number 1 overall pick. I'm just not going to take him, but he has Jerry Lucas, all NBA hype. And then a whole bunch of big men. Jason Rice, Neil Dunleavy, maybe I'll target in the middle of the lottery. Mel Manis, looks to be okay. Alan Nixon, also like late lottery, might be okay. And then Trevor Pickett, I'm just not going to take number 2 overall. He's like decent at best. Francis Law, same thing. So nobody notable, nobody exceptional that we're going to target. As for our actual draft pick, we have what? Pick maybe 15, 20. Oh, that's the wrong button. We don't have our first round pick. Why don't we have our first round pick? I'm going to go trade for our first round pick. How does that sound? You know what? It might actually belong to the Knicks. So I'm not going to change it. It says the Knicks have it. And this is in the middle of the Kristaps Porzingis trade. So you know what? Never mind. I won't trade for a pick back to cheese the system. Turn off, trade override, and let's see if we can jump into this lottery at somewhere like pick 11, pick 12 sounds nice from the Blazers. Like, what would you give me for pick 12? I got some decent players that we're just not going to have on the team, like Maxi Kleba. You want a future first round pick and you'll give me Trevor Ariza? Sure, why not? I don't really care about that. And here we go, #1 overall. So the name to watch for is Horace Lloyd. #1 overall to the New Orleans Pelicans goes Trevor Pickett, the point guard out of Vanderbilt. All right, then #2 to the Knicks goes Francis Law, the power forward out of San Jose State. Look at his hair, he looks like a greaser.
Tunnel snakes rule.
#3 to the Grizzlies goes Mel Manis. And #4 to the Hornets goes Len Miller. I'm thinking about trading for Horace Lloyd, though. We're going to wait for pick 5 to go, get out of the top 5, and there, in fact, he goes. Mississippi State big man will sim to pick 11, see what's available to us. Looks like the 2 players left on the board is going to be Alan Nixman, the small forward, who's got Alex English comparison, 74 overall, 41% from the three-point line, 22 points a game there at Loyola Marymount. Definitely like that. Solid on-ball defender. The other one is Ulf Fredriksson, Draymond Green comparisons, which is not really what we're looking for here. I want guys who can space the floor, who can shoot. He shot 29% from the three-point line. That is horrible. That is atrocious. But he's got a B- three-point grade as well. 28 years old, or 22 years old versus 21. So who are they again? Ulf Fredriksson and Alan Nixon. Let's see who we want. Ulf, 77 overall, power forward. Or what was the other guys? Alan Nixon, 74 overall, 1 year younger, 3 overalls less. Alan has an A- potential, where Ulf has a C+ potential. So you know what? Just on that grade alone, we're going to be going after Alan Nixon with our #11 overall pick. Thank you. Come again. The best player in the draft fell to 5. That sucks, but great for the Pistons. And here we are, rookie signing Alan Nixon with the #12 overall pick. Dorian Finney-Smith does decline. That's unfortunate. Justin Jackson, we're just not going to be bringing back. Thank you, but no, thank you. And who is available for our free agency? Not a good one. Andre Drummond, Karis LeVert, Hassan Whiteside, Montrezl Harrell, Danilo Gallinari, Tristan Thompson. Maybe we'll find a little bit of depth here, but not a lot for us to choose from. So, point guard position, we're set. I might move DeLon Wright up to the 2. JJ Barea definitely needs to go, but Jalen Brunson and Trae Young, 2 undersized scorers that are going to be great for us. We need a 2. Tim Hardaway Jr., Cam Reddish, that works perfectly. Alan Nixon, we're going to have to figure out where to slot him in as well. Trevor Ariza is gone. Kristaps Porzingis, I guess Dwight Powell will be good enough. You know what? Since the Mavericks have a long storied franchise of trading with the Knicks, we're going to go ahead and trade for Detroit and New York's top picks, 24 and 25. For Willie Cauley-Stein and DeLon Wright. Wasn't able to get any significant players in the trade, but just sapping some of his depth. JJ Barea, thank you for everything you did for the team. We're going to be trading with the Wizards, I guess. Thank you. Come again. Trevor Ariza, goodbye. Get off my team. And you know what? This class is just complete ass. I mean, there's nobody good. There's nobody young. There's nobody worthwhile bringing onto the team. I mean, like the most... Chandler Hutchinson seems like the youngest guy with the highest overall that you want to go after. This is a horrible draft class. So I'm going to go and I'm going to try and target Danilo Gallinari for 1 year. Wow, he's getting a lot of big offers. I'll give you 1 year, but I will give you a major salary. $30 million, 1 year. $40 million, $43.75. Danilo, do you want to join our team for 1 season? And it looks like he might take that offer. Nobody else is going to be on the team, and we don't really need anybody else. We scrubbed away all the unnecessary salaries. At the same time, there's nobody worthwhile taking. So we have 1 year of a $40 million Danilo Gallinari. So we have Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Seth Curry, Cam Reddish, Alan Nixon, Danilo Gallinari, Kristaps Porzingis, and Dwight Powell. I did not trade away Boban Marjanovic just because we need to keep our important players around us. As for mid-level exceptions, Ted Man, this guy's just so happy to be here. We'll give you an offer, Ted. I'll give you 4 or 5 flat. Does he accept it? Are you our mid-level exception? It looks like Ted Man is the man. As for free agency, Andre Drummond signed with the Lakers, 2-year, $65 million deal. Karis LeVert to the Hawks to team up with Luka Doncic, 3 years, $69.99 million. Nice. Hassan Whiteside got 1 year, 21 with the Kings. Trez Harrell to the Hawks as well. Looks like the Hawks are trying to bolster up, but they're just getting a whole bunch of mediocre players. We signed our 1 year, $43 million deal with Danilo Gallinari to come in, score a little bit, not play much defense, Serge Ibaka back to the Clippers. Tristan Thompson to the Nuggets. Troy Brown to the Hawks as well. The Hawks are just spending all their money. What are you doing, guys? Melo to the Heat. Duncan Robinson to the... What does this Hawks team look like? They made a lot of really dumb changes. So you have Luka at the 1, nobody behind him. Now you have Kevin Huerter still there. Good for you. Harris LeVert, I mean, okay. Troy Brown backing him up, okay. DeAndre Hunter is not going to get any minutes thanks to these moves. John Collins and then Dorian Finney-Smith they signed. Interesting. Trez Harrell, Lou Wall, what was he, the number 11 draft pick? And Bruno Fernando. That, I mean, they spent so much money, it didn't get all that much better. Player progression. Trae Young up to a 92 overall. Kristaps Porzingis 88. Danilo Gallinari 84. I thought he'd progress. Jalen Brunson up to an 82. Take a 5 overall boost, young fella. Seth Curry holding steady 79. Tim Hardaway down to a 77. Dwight Powell, Cam Reddish up to a 76. Boban regressing, and Allen Nixon. We're hoping nothing but good things for him. A- potential. Hopefully he's going to become our small forward starter, if not star of the future alongside Trae Young. Moving on to the next season. 9-man rotation going to look something like this. 9-man rotation. Thank you. Trae Young, Seth Curry. No, we want Tim Hardaway Jr. starting. We need some defense, man. Cam Reddish, Danilo Gallinari, Kristaps Porzingis coming off the benches, Jalen Brunson, Seth Curry, Dwight Powell, and Allen Nixon. And I'm going to flip these minutes as well just so that Allen Nixon can get a good, solid 20 minutes a night. Preseason power rankings, we are... Wow, we're behind the Hawks. Where are we? They have us 25th for 2K Sports, 27th for Eric Boner. Dude, look at our roster. We're good. 92-82, 79-77, 76-74, but 2 young prospects here, 21 years old each. Danilo Gallinari, 83 overall. Kristaps Porzingis, 88. Dwight Powell is 75. Sure, we could get better from him, but come on, this team isn't terrible. We're at least, what, a 4 seed, I'll say? And at the All-Star break is Team James Harden and Team Giannis. On Team James Harden is Anthony Davis, Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid. On the other side, Kawhi Leonard, Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, and Benjamin Simmons. For the reserves is Damian Lillard, Jimmy Buckets, DeMar DeRozan, Brandon Ingram, Paul George, John Wall, and Bam Adebayo. Yo, on the other side, Stephanie Curry, Kyrie Irving, Karl Towns, Jason Tatum, Zach LaVine, Pascal Siakam, and our man Kristaps Porzingis. And we are honestly, we're not very good. Didn't expect that. We're 25-25. We're 500. 25-28 is our actual record because 2K is broken. Not sure what's going wrong with this team other than Dwight Powell is annoyed. Who else is frustrated? Everybody's fine, happy, and jubilant except for Dwight Powell. So screw you, buddy. You're a backup center, and that's where you're going to be happy. But what are we struggling in? Because this team is not playing well. Offensively, we're 9th. Is it defensively because we have Trae Young? Probably. Yeah, we're terrible defense. I mean, you know, we have Danilo Gallinari, Trae Young, and Kristaps Porzingis, so it's just not going to be that good. What can I trade Danilo Gallinari for realistically? Like CJ McCollum? That's not going to happen. Cliff Paul? No. Blake Griffin, Hassan Whiteside, Rudy Gobert. Rudy would make us a good team defensively, you know? I wonder if I should actually do this trade. He's got 1 year left on his deal. $25 million isn't too much for Rudy Gobert. Interesting, definitely. But we're not going to trade him. Kristaps Porzingis, I mean, it didn't work out the first time. Maybe it doesn't work out in this rehash of reality. Ooh, they'll give us a 90 overall Russell Westbrook. I like that. But we're not going to make that trade. Domantas Sabonis would be an interesting, lateral move. All these are just overall negatives that we would take if I go for a De'Aaron Fox, if I go for a Rudy Gobert. I'm not going to make that trade either. It kind of feels like the NBA is where it is right now. Jaren Jackson Jr. would be a great pickup. Completely shed Kristaps' salary, but we have to give up Jalen Brunson. Jaylen Brown would be a huge pickup as well. I might actually do this trade. Hold on, Jaylen Brown just signed his contract. 24 years old, 85 overall for Kristaps Porzingis. Interesting. But would they give me Jason Tatum instead? How could I? Nah, he's a 94 overall. That's just not happening. Yeah, we're not going to be good until we get a major free agent acquisition, so I'm just not going to make any trades. And we're going to live with this mediocre roster for now. And James Harden wins back-to-back MVPs. Horace Lloyd, the guy we almost drafted at number 5 overall, does win Rookie of the Year, having an incredible season. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 30% from 3, 45 from the field. Dennis Schroeder, once again, 6 Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Kawhi Leonard. Most improved is Terrence Davis. Okay, TD. Ty Lue does win Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year is the LA Clippers. For the All-NBA first team, Luka yet again making it. It looks like they are playing better than we are. Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis on the second team, Trae Young on the third team. Defensively, we're not going to make anything because we were horrible defensively. And all rookies, maybe our young guy will make it. He does not, but Ulf Fredriksson does. I fucking hate that guy. So we finished 41 and 41. Had a worse season than last year. But at the same time, we're going to make a splash in free agency, something that the Mavericks have never done in their entire lives. Led in scoring by Trae Young, 25, 5, and 11. Great season from him. Kristaps, 23 and 11. Good season from him as well. Danilo Gallinari, he gave us scoring, and that's really all we asked for. 14 and 7. Jalen Brunson was good. Cam Reddish was okay as a starter. Maybe he's better as a bench player. Allen Nixon was all right as a rookie. 9 points, 3 rebounds for him. Tim Hardaway Jr., hugely disappointing as our starting shooting guard. 3-point scoring went something like this: 45% for Trae, 36% for Kristaps Porzingis, Cam Reddish 35, Danilo Gallinari 44%, 39 for Tim Hardaway Jr., Allen Nixon 35% as a rookie. I'll take that. Jalen Brunson 41, Seth Curry 47%. We weren't horrible. We just were awful defensively. That's about it. Luka is where 7th in scoring. I hate that guy. Scoring champion went to James Harden. Rebounds is Rudy Gobert, and assist is our man Trae Young. Steals is Ben Simmons. Blocks is Kristaps Porzingis, and field goal percentages is Mitchell Robinson. 3-point champion is Book, and free throw percentage champion is Danilo Gallinari. So yeah, we were decent offensively. 7th. We were just horrible defensively as well. Where did we finish? We were, I passed us because I'm dumb. Middle of the pack, 116, giving us a 3.0 point differential. That puts us 11th, and that's about right. 11th in field goal percentages, 40% from 3. Wow. 3rd in 3-point percentages, and 1st in free throw percentages. So we make our free throws, we make our threes. We just can't play defense. Taking on Cliff Paul and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the play-in tournament. How do we do as we lose? All right, then. Looks like we'll have to take on the winner of the Kings-Spurs game, and that's going to be the Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Bogey, Buddy, Bagley, and Hassan Whiteside's an 86 overall. Okay, as we do win to take on the team that's going to be this Los Angeles Clippers is Lou Will, Sweet Lou, Paul George, Kawhi, Sergi Ibaka, Vika Zubats, Patrick Beverly. Yeah, they're going to whoop us, right? Lose game 1. Kawhi pops off 39, 7, and 4. Paul George was good, 26. Zubac gave him a 16 and 22 game. Oh my God, Kristaps Porzingis got bitched. Yeah, I feel like Danilo wasn't a bad signing. It's that we need to move on from Porzingis. That's what I'm starting to see here, is that no matter how good Porzingis is, statistically, he's getting bitched by every other center as we do get swept. Simulate the playoffs. Don't care. It's going to be Clippers and Bucks. No, it's going to be Rockets and Bucks. It's kind of weird. Russ and James Harden versus Giannis, Eric Bledsoe, and Chris Middleton. All right, and who wins is... Oh, the Bucks win. Okay, Giannis wins NBA Finals MVP. So who's available to us in free agency that we can make our big move? Because I feel like we've drafted well, developed well. Now we just need to go over the top as Rick Carlisle is retiring after we moved on from him. Joe Mazzulla as well. Kind of weird. Dwight and Bello getting their jerseys retired, going into the Hall of Fame. League meetings, are any of these interesting or fun or smart or intelligent? No. Stuff. Onto the draft lottery. Do we have a top pick? I know we have someone's pick. We have the Detroit pick. Ooh, pick 4. And it ends up 6. That's frustrating. Well, staff signing, no changes to make. We have Mike Stauffer because Greg Popovich refuses to sign with us. Fastest man of the class is Rod Montgomery, Javon Mayo. Most agile is Ed Craig and Javon Mayo and Lou Dawkins and Dylan Thompson. Most agile, nope. Highest vertical is Javon Mayo and Ralph Newton. Highest bench press is Ken Turner and Jimmy Harrison. Best shot, 3-pointer, Douglas Stevenson, Bob Pittman, Gordon Patterson, Kyle Nance. And there's only one player in this draft class we're going to be targeting, and that is Ken Turner, the center who has limitless potential. His comparison is Shaq. He's predicted to go number 3 overall, though. That's tough. Or he might fall even further. Or he might go 5. So I might move up like 1 spot, see if we can trade him or draft him. But here we go. Number 1 overall to the Indiana Pacers goes Tim Farrell. Number 2 to the Spurs goes Jeremy Person. And number 3 to the Heat goes Brian Taylor. So I'll move up to the Kings. I'll say, do you want to do a 4 for 6 swap? Not a huge fall down for them. Maybe they'll pick up some nice assets and we'll be able to get the guy that we want on our team. Number 4 overall for Trae Young, straight up. They don't want to do that, understandably so, but how about we give you a future Mavericks first round pick. Those are supposed to be pretty good. I'll give you Ted Mann. Sound good? There you go. Moving up from 4 to 6, and we're taking the best player in the class, the best player overall, Ken Turner, out of, where is he from? Vanderbilt, the future Shaquille O'Neal, the future center of the Dallas Mavericks. And yeah, his overall isn't great, but you saw that. Hall of Fame potential. He's going to be Shaquille O'Neal Jr. I'm in. 76 overall. Let's get it. Jalen Brunson, Cam Reddish are going to be coming back with their player options. Kiefer Sykes, goodbye. Thomas Oliver, I don't even know who you are. You're a 68 overall. You're not getting any qualifying offers from us. And this is the draft class where we go all in. Giannis, I want you, baby. Jason Tatum, nobody has offered on you. That's weird. Kawhi, probably not. You can go back to the Spurs, though. So we'll make a play at Giannis, and we'll make a play at Jason Tatum, and those are going to be the big free agent acquisitions that we try to make, just like in our Blazers franchise. Kristaps Porzingis probably needs to go as well. And who signs with us, Giannis or Jason Tatum? Now, who do I want? I got to go for the younger guy. I got to go for Jason Tatum. It is what it is. Giannis is an exceptional player, an athlete, a defensive specimen, but we're going for scoring, and even a little bit cheaper as well. So Jason Tatum is going to be our major free agent acquisition, and I kind of want to go after Jonathan Isaac as well. I'm wondering if there's a trade that I can make for Kristaps Porzingis. Otherwise, I'm going to move Kristaps to the 4. But does anybody want KP? Bring in Yusuf Nurkic. That could be interesting. Neil Dunleavy. He was one of the guys we were going to target, but no, thank you. DeAndre Ayton. Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. I'll take DeAndre Ayton. Thank you. Anybody else? Donovan Mitchell. Just don't need 2 undersized guys on my team. Tyler Hero, Trez Harrell, Jaren Jackson Jr. Could be interesting as well. You know, yeah, we'll go after Jaren. I'll take Jaren. It's a downgrade for us, is what it is. And then we can pick up like a Jonathan Isaac who hasn't quite like bottomed out yet. You know, let's finish signing Jason Tatum and then go after somebody else first. So Jason Tatum officially on the team. We have Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, Seth Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr., Cam Reddish, Allen Nixon, Jason Tatum, Jaren Jackson Jr., Dwight Powell, Ken Turner. Who can I target to get a little bit better on? We have another $41 million. Can I get Kawhi Leonard? Did we just make this ridiculous? Why not? Why not? Let's see if we can try. I feel like it's no longer the Trae Young trade. It looks like we're not going to get Kawhi. Are you sure? You know what we do instead? Is we go and get Trae Young's running mate, Kevin Huerter, who the Hawks are significantly regretting letting go of. We'll give him a $16 million deal across 4 years. 16 flat. Bam. And then we go out and get the best player in the NBA, Danilo Gallinari, right? 2 years. However much money you want, my friend. Like $33 million. Yeah? How does that sound? Can we get both? Danilo Gallinari coming back to the team. We have $43 million in cap. I need to get Kevin Huerter first. Sign Kevin Huerter. Sign Kevin Huerter. And then we have $27 million to play with. All right. Now all the good players are gone. Damn it. All right. Those are all the free agent acquisitions we're going to be making. I know we made a little bit too many, but it is what it is. Team is going to look something like this. Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, Seth Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr., Kevin Huerter, Dante DiVincenzo, Cam Reddish, Allen Nixon, Jason Tatum, Jaren Jackson Jr., Dwight Powell, and the rookie Ken Turner. Who knows how good these players are going to be? Looking at player per aggression, Jason Tatum up to a 96 overall, Trae Young up to a 95 overall, Jaren Jackson Jr. up to an 89, Jalen Brunson up to an 86, Dante up to an 80, Seth Curry holding that in 79. So our boy Allen Nixon went up 4 overalls. He's already a 78. We're going to start him. We're going to start the other rookie, Ken Turner, and we're just going to figure it out. Unlike the Warriors, we're not going to be trying to make all these crazy moves, starting Anthony Lamb over James Wiseman, all right? We're going to be doing smart Maverick basketball things. That means Trae Young at the 1, Dante DiVincenzo at the 2, Jason Tatum at the 3, Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 4, and Ken Turner at the 5. Coming off the bench, Jalen Brunson, Seth Curry, Kevin Huerter, and Allen Nixon. And Cam Reddish. Yeah, something like this. We're going to rock a 10-man rotation. It is what it is. The rookies are going to get minutes. The stars are going to get minutes. We got so much talent on the team now. Preseason power rankings, we're 5th for 2K Sports, 5th for Eric Boner as well. Let's see how good this team can actually be. Trae Young leading the way for the Dallas Mavericks. And Luka Doncic on the Hawks. That just looks funny. Wins MVP 29, 9, and 10. Andrea DeLuca is Rookie of the Year. Okay. Devontae Graham, 6th man of the year on the Magic. Bam Adebayo, defense player of the year. Sekou Doumbouya, most improved. This man is still in the league? Okay. Mike Stauffer, though, our boy does win Coach of the Year as we are Executive of the Year. #1 team in the NBA. Luka does make the All-NBA first team. Jason Tatum makes the All-NBA second team, and Trae Young does make the All-NBA third team. Jaren on the All-Defensive first team. And rookies, Ken Turner, my boy, Shaquille O'Neal Jr. is on the All-Rookie first team. We're the best team in the NBA. We are unstoppable. Play stats, led in scoring by Jason Tatum. Trae Young right behind him. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a great year, 18 and 8. Jalen Brunson, 12. Ken Turner, 12 and 9 for a rookie. You love to see it. 6'11", 232 pounds. What a beast. Dante was okay. Allen Nixon, not great numbers, but he didn't get a ton of minutes. We have way too much depth on this team now at this point. 3-point percentages, 45 for Trae, 43 for Jason Tatum, 44 for Jaren Jackson Jr., Dante 36, Jalen Brunson 44, Allen Nixon 39, Kevin Huerter 44%. League leader in scoring, still James Harden. Rebounds is Bam Adebayo, and assists Benjamin Simmons. Steals is Ben Simmons. Blocks is Jaren Jackson Jr. Field goal percentages as Mitchell Robinson. 3-point champion is CJ McCollum. A free throw champion is Kendrick Nunn. Who knew? That guy plays basketball. Did you? I didn't. Team stats. We were #1 offensively, #2 defensively, giving us a 16.4 point differential. That's what putting Jason Tatum on your team does. Shooting wise, we were 8th, and 3-point percentages, we were 2nd, and free throw percentages, we were 1st. What do you know? We're the best team in the NBA. You'll love to see it. Power rankings wise, we are 7 games up on the Houston Rockets and 9 games up on the Atlanta Luka Doncic's. They made the wrong moves. We made the right moves. Let's go win a championship. Taking on John Morant, who's a shooting guard. Okay. And the Memphis Grizzlies, they have Kristaps Porzingis, our old friend, but he just does not simulate well. His overall looks great. His stats look great, but he gets bullied, man. Jason Tatum, 32, 14, and 2. Oh my God. Trae Young, 24 and 15. Jaren, 17. Dante, 16. Ken Turner, 12 and 10. Versus there, John Morant, 23 and 10. Dylan Brooks, 22. Kristaps Porzingis, 20 and 12. But we walk away. Victors, game 1. Win game 2. 2-1. And we are up 3-1. John Morant played well, but we have Jason Tatum and Trae Young and Jaren and Cam Reddish. And we're just going to win. 4-1, gentlemen swept. Now to take on the Los Angeles Clippers. Dennis Schroeder, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis. How did they afford this? Yeah, no, 84 overall. Dennis Schroeder turns down $84 million contract extension from the Lakers so we can sign for $2 million on the Clippers. Totally. Paul George, $34 million. Kawhi Leonard, $41 million. Giannis, $43 million. Ivica Zubac, $7 million. Steven Adams, $11 million. They cheated. That was all that they did is cheated. And now they have unlimited money. Good for you, Steve Ballmer. Jason Tatum dropped 36. Jaren dropped 25. Trae Young was good. Giannis was great. Kawhi Leonard was good. Paul George disappeared. Hopefully we have to rely on that because they have a ridiculously overstacked roster as we are up 2-1. We are 3-1ing them. Kawhi was okay. Giannis, not great. Trae Young was great. Jason Tatum was great. Look, man, we have a really good, really deep team. And I say that we're going to game 7. It ain't 2K if it ain't game 7. Here we are in Dallas. And we're going to lose horribly, pathetically, embarrassingly. Oh, we made a little bit of a push. Now it's a competitive game here in the third quarter. Going to go into the fourth quarter with a little bit of a back and forth game. We have a 3-point lead. We're definitely going to have to hop in. So we'll just wait until like the 3-minute mark. See how this team performs in simulation if I can. Oh boy, we're losing again. All right, I got excited. I was like, all right, we're going to be in this game. We're going to play clutch basketball. And then we lose to the Clippers because they cheated. And, you know, there's just not a lot you can do when the Clippers cheat. So Luka Doncic, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Giannis, Western Conference Finals MVP. We have to root against Luka. Damn, that hurts. Like, bruh, you can't sign. Come on, Clippers. We're Clippers fans here. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. All right, Giannis wins NBA Finals MVP again on the Clippers somehow. And we still have not had a winner of the championship between the Luka and Trae sweepstakes. So we're going to have to, I guess we'll consolidate a lot of our depth into 1 or 2 really good players and then just finish out because, man, the fact that we should be winning everything. We have Mike Stauffer, we have Jason Tatum, we have Trae Young, and we lose to the cheating Clippers. It's not fair, man. I'm just going to skip this draft. We're not going to be drafting anybody. We have draft picks. I'm going to trade them away because that's just not where we are in this rebuild. We are ready to win now. 14, 16, 29. Get off my team. Go away. I don't want you. Skipping through the draft, skipping through signings, skipping through player options. Cam Reddish and Alan Nixon are going to be coming back too. Our team qualifying offers nobody. So let's make a move to become superstars. So point guard, we're set. Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, totally fine with that. Shooting guard, I'm going to consolidate 3 of these guys. Tim Hardaway Jr., Seth Curry, and probably Dante. And then Cam Reddish, Alan Nixon, we'll see. Jason Tatum, Ken Turner. Somebody needs to re-sign with us. Who is it? It's Jaren Jackson Jr. and Dwight Powell. Well, Dwight Powell certainly not going to get any money. Why can I not max out Jaren here? I don't have bird rights on him? Bro, 2K is such a freaking broken game. It's literally infuriating. I just... We'll go figure. We got the other Celtic, Jaylen Brown, on the team. Yeah. I had to make a move. That was the one that we made. Cam Reddish, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are now Dallas Mavericks. Jaren Jackson Jr., I'm probably not going to be able to re-sign you regardless of how stupid this game is. So go ahead, sign somewhere. We're going to trade back for you. Dwight Powell, we'll look to get a better backup center because you don't want to re-sign with us. And the team going to look something like this. Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, Kevin Huerter, Jason Tatum, Cam Reddish, Alan Nixon, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shaquille O'Neal Jr. As for free agency, Luka went to the Lakers. He betrayed the Hawks and said, I'm done with you. I'm sick of you. I'm going to Lala. LeBron James went to the Knicks. He said, I'm done with you. I'm sick of you. I'm going to the Big Apple. Paul George went to the Bulls. He said, I'm done with you. I'm sick of you. I'm going to Shy City. Steph Curry back to the Warriors. Bam to the Heat. Zach LaVine to the Trailblazers. Drew Holiday back on the Pelicans. John Collins back to the Hawks. Jared Allen to the Nets. And Michael Porter Jr. to the Nuggets. Kind of weird, all things being equal. Here we are, player progression for the final season. Jason Tatum, 97. Trae Young, 96. Jaren, 89. Jalen Brunson up to an 88 overall. Jaylen Brown up to an 87. Alan Nixon up to an 80. Shaquille O'Neal Jr. up to an 80. Kevin Huerter holding at an 80. And Cam Reddish only a 78. So of everybody on the team, I'll say Cam Reddish has been the biggest disappointment. The fact that we didn't even win a championship this far into the rebuild is a little frustrating, but I guess that's what happens when you have Trae Young as your starting point guard. That said, with head coach Mike Stauffer, you can't see his face. You don't need to. We have Trae at the 1, Jalen at the 2, Jason at the 3, Jaren at the 4, Ken Turner at the 5. Coming off the bench, Jalen Brunson, Kevin Huerter, Alan Nixon, and Cameron Reddish. Power rankings wise, we're probably first, right? We should be the best team in the NBA. We are not. We are 5th for 2K Sports, 5th for Eric Boner as well. Luka for the Lakers wins MVP 36, 11, and 11. Johnny Gilmer wins Rookie of the Year. 6th Man of the Year is Markelle Fultz on the Cavs. On his defensive player of the year, Tom Humphries, most improved, and the coach of the year is us. Once again, the best team in the NBA, but we don't get executive of the year. We were robbed. Trae. All-NBA first team is, of course, Luka Doncic, no Mavericks. Second team is Trae Young and Jason Tatum. Third team is no Jaylen Brown. Defensive first team, no Buddy. Jaren on the all-defensive second team. And, of course, we didn't have any rookies. We were the best team in the NBA. 68-14, 5 games up on the Los Angeles Luka Doncic's. So how does Luka look in a Lakers uniform? He's got Anthony Davis, Andre Drummond. There's no spacing on the team. Luka's not an A+ 3-point shooter. Cody Zeller, Malik Monk. What a weird team they have assembled. But they've been playing pretty well, so hopefully we'll meet them and have an epic Western Conference Finals, I guess. Luka leading the league in scoring. Rebounds is Giannis, and assists is Trae Young. Steals is Paul George. Blocks is Hassan Whiteside, and focus percentages as Mitchell Robinson. Did I say steals? Steals was Paul George. Blocks is, yeah, I think I said it. I'm tired. It's been like an hour and 12 minutes. We still have not won anything yet with this ridiculous roster. Jason Tatum leading the league in scoring, 3-point percentage, Kyrie free throws. I just want to win a game, man. I just want to win a championship. We're number 1 offensively. We are second defensively, giving us a 16.4 point differential. Best in the NBA, 2 points up on the Lakers. Look up percentages. We are 6th. 3-point percentages. We are the best in the NBA. And 3 free throw percentages. We are number 1 as well. And we just win. That's all. Just win, baby, win. Jason Tatum, great. Trae Young, great. Jaren Jackson Jr., good. Jalen Brunson, incredible off the bench. Jaylen Brown was good. Ken Turner, Shaquille O'Neal Jr., 11 and 10, 82 overall, 22 years old. Alan Nixon was serviceable. What's his per 36? Like, was it worth drafting him? He's per 36, 20 points a 9. That works. Ken Turner per 36, 13 and 12. Not great, but of course he's not the focal point of this offense. Here we are taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant, Dennis Schroeder. Stop having 2-point guards. Kristaps Porzingis is still here, 92 overall, but we're probably going to win as we win game 1. Trae was great. Kristaps Porzingis was okay. They just don't have the firepower we do. Win game 2. 3-0 and 4-0. Looks like the Lakers are in a little bit of a battle here. Are we not even going to see Luka in the Western Conference Finals? There you go. 3-2 and 4-2 now to take on the Phoenix Suns, who tried to steal Jaren Jackson Jr. away from us. They have Matty Patrick, OG Anunoby, Bobby Portis with the glasses, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker. Yeah, they're a pretty good team. I think we're better, though, as we win game 1. Jason Tatum, 33. Trae Young, 27 and 18 and 8 rebounds. Jalen Brunson was incredible off the bench, 18 and 7. Ken Turner, Jaylen Brown, only 12 points. Devin Booker, nobody scored 20 points for them. We're just locked down, shut down defensively. 3-0 and 4-0 yet again. The Los Angeles Luka Doncic, that doesn't even make sense in my head. Go to 3-2, 3-3. I'm going to force win just so we can play the Lakers. I don't care. We got Luka. We got Trae. Doesn't matter where they from. But Luka versus Trae. 99 overall versus 97. Jaylen Brown versus Malik Monk. Mismatch. Cliff Hodges versus Jason Tatum. Mismatch. Jaren Jackson versus Anthony Davis. Kind of a mismatch. Ken Turner versus Andre Drummond. Whatever. Cody Zeller just looks so bald. And then our bench is just so much better than theirs is. Here we go. Game 1. Bam. Win game 1. Trae Young gives you a 34 and 14. Luka only gives you a 17, 9, and 13. That's how you like it, son. 2-0. 3-0, and we are sweeping yet again. 3-1, the Luka Doncic's. 3-2, the Luka Doncic's. Here we are back in Los Angeles. We don't win this, we're going to a game 7, and we have a historically bad record in game 7's losing in the third quarter, going to the fourth quarter. Really close game, but we haven't had the lead once. I say that, and it's a 3-point game, 4-point game. We get a lead, I'll hop in. Otherwise, it's just a big old yikeroonies. And here we are going to a game 7. Lose embarrassingly. It ain't 2K if it ain't game 7. Dallas. Luka versus Trae. Who you got? Right now, the Dallas Mavericks got Trae, and we are blowing them off the court. Say goodnight, Irene. Say goodnight, Luka Doncic. Get off my court, son. We win. Trae Young, Western Conference Finals MVP. LeBron James, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. 147 to 112. And what did Luka even try to provide? 53! 10 and 8. Anthony Davis was incredible, but the rest of the team did not come along. Well, we had Jason Tatum. We had Trae Young. We had Jaren Jackson Jr. We had Jaylen Brown. We had Allen Nixon. We had Cam Reddish. We had Jalen Brunson. We had Shaquille O'Neal Jr. And we had Kevin Huerter as well. Now to take on the former Laker, LeBron James. Art Saunders. Okay. RJ Barrett, Francis Law. Turned out to be a pretty good player in his own right. Number 2 overall pick. Mitchell Robinson, Devontae Graham. All right. Julius Randle's coming off the bench as they lose game 1. Jaren, 25. Jason, 23. Jaylen Brown, 20. Jalen Brunson, 20. Trae, 14 and 13. Kevin Huerter, 14. We just have such a good team. RJ Barrett, LeBron James. All right. Win game 1. Lose game 2. Win game 3. Win game 4. And here we are. It looks like the Trae Young... Well, not really the Trae Young, but the Trae Young Mavericks are going to be victorious 1 year ahead of the Luka Doncic's. Actually, they were going to win last year, and then the Clippers just dominated them. The Clippers cheated. It would have been fun to see us versus the Hawks last season. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. Let's make sure all of our starters are in. I mean, the Clippers last year cheated. That's all it was. They steamrolled the entire NBA because they got players on their roster they shouldn't even be allowed to have. So, I mean, that is what it is. I think my starting center is gone. That's a little sad. So some guy named Alfred Newman is starting. All right, no, we'll do. Oh, foul this man. Foul this man. Foul this man. My starter's in. All right, there we go. LeBron James is wearing number 21. That just don't look right. So Shaquille O'Neal Jr. is not in on the court. He turned out to be a pretty good player for us, but we have just so much talent on this team. It's not even fair. What can I get for my guy? We'll give you this one. Come on, Jason Tatum. Run off. Here you go. JT. Missed. Damn. Yeah, this Mavericks squad just turned out to be ridiculous. And that's the thing about these rebuilds. If you don't win in year 1, I'm just going to keep trying. I'm going to keep making trades. I'm going to keep making moves until you're good. So if that means that I have to get absolutely glitchy and ridiculous to win anything in this game, I'll do it. It happens, you know? Half court. Trae Young. Airball. Come on, Trae. You're better than that. Oh, wow. It's actually a tie game. I shouldn't have been fucking around. That's my bad. Sorry. I gotta be honest, I didn't even look at the score. I didn't realize we were this close to losing. So maybe we'll play good basketball and go into overtime. Oopsie. LeBron James versus Trae Young seems like a mismatch. Defense. Defense. 3, 2, 1. Overtime. Yeah, I thought we were winning by like 40, so that's my bad. Let's hop into overtime and win this game, baby. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the dunk. Let's go again. I was taking a half-court shots with Trae Young. I was being Russell Westbrook. Wow, that's a foul. Hello? He literally pushed me out of the way, ref. Hello? Look at this. He just went, get off me, son. Yeah, that's, I don't know. In the business, they call it a foul. It is what it is, gamers. In the meantime, we're going to be rocking the Trae Young screen and roll. And Trae Young, foul, hello? That's 2 fouls in a row that the refs have not called for me. My point guard, my superstar is on the ground. He's getting fouled. Help him up, ref, if it's not working. Come on, Jaren. Put it up, Jaren. Put it up, Jaren. He misses. Put it up, Jaren. He makes it. We got a 3-point lead. Jaren Jackson Jr. is my superstar center. I'm not gonna run any plays though. What we got? My guy, my rookie, Allen Nixon for 3. Splash! I don't know who this guy is, but he is money from 3. 4-point lead over the Hall of Fame CPU. And some guy named Law is open for 3. Okay, wow. LeBron just absolutely cooked poor little Trae. We have a 3-point deficit. Yeah, I should probably put a different defender on LeBron. I didn't think I'd have to try. I was just messing around, playing this game, and then all of a sudden it's like a tie game. We're going to overtime. I took a half-court shot because I didn't realize I have to try. It's not my fault, all right? I'm fake. Draw the foul. Jaren Jackson Jr. can't shoot free throws. LeBron James versus Jaylen Brown. Who you got? I got offensive rebound by the Knicks getting a foul. Dude, stop fouling! I'm just trying to win a championship. Some dude named Francis Law is cooking us 21 points, 10 of 13 from the free throw line. All right, look, there's a chance that we could still win this, okay? Down by 3. We get 1 defensive stop, which we haven't gotten all game, but we get 1 defensive stop. We're gonna win. Look at Jaren Jackson Jr. convert the and 1, baby. Now, can I make a clutch free throw when it matters most? I can, baby. Bang, 121, 121. They need a timeout. Oh boy, what happened? Can we stop giving up offensive rebounds? What is this crap? That's like 7 offensive rebounds that they just get every single time. It's bullshit, man. Come on, baby. Go, Jaren. Pump fake. Put it up. 2 points. Tie game. We got to go to double overtime. Jeez. Oh my God, I just got stuck and nobody helped. You know what? Screw it. I'm calling a win play here. Let's go, JT. You get this play. I don't know what play this is. This play is not working. I gotta take it. Jason Tatum from deep. Bang! Dallas Mavericks, NBA champions. What a shot from Jason Tatum. And the camera's broken. It cannot believe what happened. Neither can this guy. Who thought we would win on a shot like that? But there you have it. Hall of Fame CPU. LeBron James does his best to win the game. I do my best to lose the game. But the Dallas Mavericks, led by none other than Trae Young, are NBA champions. What a camera angle. Wow, 2K. I love it. What a weird end of this game. But there is your Larry O'Brien trophy.
This Larry O'Brien trophy, and I believe this suitcase are yours.
And there you have it. All the Dallas Mavericks need to do is steal the entire Celtics squad and steal from the Grizzlies as well to win with Trae Young as the captain. NBA Finals MVP goes to none other than Trae himself. Who would have thunk that the Dallas Mavericks have what it takes to win a chip? And what a ridiculous team that had to get assembled as well. But that is going to do it for this one. What a ridiculous game that I did. I literally thought that we were winning by like 70, so I was just taking ridiculous shots. Jaren had 38 and 8. Jason Tatum with that game-winning long-range 3. Trae gave you a 12 and 20. Meanwhile, LeBron James did everything he did, and who the hell is Francis Law? But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Trae Young, NBA Finals MVP, and I'll catch you in the next one.